A one, two, a 1, 2, 3. Good morning, blues, blues. How are you? Good morning, blues, blues. How do you do? Well, I'm feeling just fine. How about you? And good morning, Darius, Darius. How are you? And good morning, Emily, Emily. How are you? And good morning, Ben, Ben. How do you do? Good morning, Haley, Haley. How are you? And good morning, Al, Al. How are you? And good morning, Jerome, Jerome. How are you? Good morning, John V, John V. How are you? And good morning, Mark, Mark. How are you? And good morning, Davy, Davy. How are you? Good morning, everyone, everyone. How are you doing today? Can you say good morning to Marina? That's me. I'm feeling just fine. How about you? Hi, I'm Marina, and I play the bass. It's also called the bass fiddle, the upright bass, the contrabass. Just don't call it a cello. But it is made out of wood, a lot of different kinds of wood, and metal. There are two different ways to play it. You might see it in an orchestra with a violin, with a bow, and I pull the bow across the string and it makes a noise. But in jazz, like we're playing today, I mostly pull with my finger, and we call it pizzicato, pizzicato. My role in the rhythm section is to connect those beautiful chords you heard Darius playing with the drums and other members of the rhythm section. So I make a bass line that has some chords but a lot of rhythm. And I like playing the bass because so many different kinds of music need a bass player. So one of the privileges of being a bass player is I get to play with all sorts of people, with all sorts of music all around the world.
Hello, my name is Darius, and I play the piano. And the piano is made of wood, and inside there's metal and strings. And I make a sound by pressing what's called a key on the piano, and a hammer will hit the string and produce the sound. And I'm part of the rhythm section in the band, which means I help keep time with the bass player and the drummer, but I also can suggest things to the melody makers. And what my favorite thing about the piano is having each finger be a choir member, and I have a control of this big choir and wall of sound.
Hi, my name is Davey, and I play the drum set. And it's got a lot of things, and I use my arms and my feet to control this madness. And what we have here, we have these cymbals up here, and these are primarily made out of metal, brass mostly. And then these drums down over here, made out of wood, with these plastic heads on there to give me lots of sound. And here's the cymbals, and I play them with these cool little sticks. And here's the sound they make over here. So on top of that, I get to play these sticks on the drums itself. So the cool thing about the drums is being part of the rhythm section, we, or at least I, help keep everyone on the same beat. If we're playing fast, if we're playing slow, I mainly have a lot of control dictating that. And it's a lot of fun. I mean, they depend on me, and as well, I depend on them so we can make the best music possible. But mostly, I like playing the drums because I have the chance to really express myself. Sometimes I might feel sad or happy, and I could emulate that on the drums. And I've been doing it since I was 10 years old, so I'm not going to stop now. And that's a lot of fun. Another thing I like to play these drums with is the brushes. I get this kind of sound. So that's the drum set, and hopefully you might pick it up sometime.
Jazz grew out of the African American community more than 100 years ago. Originating in New Orleans, Louisiana, it's the mingling of musical expressions from people coming to the United States and people already living in America. Jazz is deeply influenced by African American spirituals, Native American music, European music, and West African music.
This is called Down by the Riverside. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
There's a tradition in New Orleans where brass bands play in the streets for important events like weddings, birthdays, and even funerals to celebrate the lives of loved ones. Through musical celebration, jazz musicians show that even the saddest times can be overcome with optimism, humor, and song. If you listen really carefully, I bet you can even hear that band coming down the street.
Well, I can't can't speak French, not in a pinch, so I don't know what it means. But it sounds real good, like I knew it would, like down in New Orleans. I love to hear that clarinet burn and hear them trombone glisses. I like to speak French when I take my turn, but this ain't the band that this is. Et là-bas, et là-bas, et là-bas, et là-bas, et là-bas, chérie, et là-bas, chérie. Comment ça va? Take it easy.
Hi, my name is Jerome, and I play the tuba. This instrument is made out of metal, specifically brass, and you make a sound by putting your lips together and buzzing like this. The role of the tuba in the ensemble is to lay the foundation, to help play the bass notes. This type of tuba is actually called the sousaphone, used for playing outdoors like marching band or jazz music in New Orleans. The reason I enjoy playing the tuba is because I get to play funky beats like this one.
Hi, my name is Haley. This is a trombone. My trombone is made out of brass and silver. You make a sound by buzzing your lips, and then you take that same sound and you apply it to the mouthpiece. I don't have any valves or keys. Instead, I have a slide, so I change the notes on my trombone by moving my slide back and forth. My role in the band is a little bit different from the rhythm sections. I play one note at a time, which means that I can play melodies, or if I'm with other horn players, I can play backgrounds and chords with them. And my favorite thing to play on the trombone is to just kind of diddle around and play little melodies like this.
Hi everybody, my name's Al Keith and I play the trumpet. The trumpet is one of my favorite instruments and it's a brass instrument, so it makes sounds from metal, and I use my lips to buzz and I use my tongue to make notes go higher and lower, and my buttons, the valves, to change the notes. There's all kinds of possibilities. Love playing trumpet, lots of different styles I can do. I can play classical music and jazz music, rock and roll and pop stuff, and all kinds of different things. So it's so much fun to play. One of the best things in my life is that I found the trumpet when I was very young, and I hope someday that some of you do too, because it's a great thing to do to make music.
Ladies and gentlemen, repeat after me. It don't mean a thing if it ain't got that swing.
It don't mean a thing if it ain't got that swing.
It don't mean a thing if it ain't got that swing. Do I, 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 do I. It don't mean a thing. All you gotta do is swing. Do I, 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 do I.
It makes no difference if it's sweet or hot. Just give that rhythm everything you got.
It don't mean a thing if it ain't got that swing. Do I, 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 do I.
difference if it's sweet or hard. Just give that rhythm everything you got. It don't mean a thing if it ain't got that swing. Do-I, 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 do-I. Do-I, 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 do-I.
It sure feels good to swing. Jazz musicians don't just like to play music to make ourselves feel good, we like to make our audience feel good too. One way we can affect mood is by playing in different styles or feels.
Let's try this song as a nice, easy swing. 1, 2, a 1. We can take that same song south of the border and play it like a bossa nova, like they would in Brazil. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we can take that same song and play it in a more modern jazz, bebop, up-tempo feel. 1, 2, a 1, 2. All right, let's do one more feel. Can we make it like a funk feel? Can you start us out on the drums, Davey?
Here we go.
I'm having so much fun. Let's keep this going.
Hi everybody, my name is John B. I play the clarinet. It's made out of wood as well as nickel for the keys, and you make sound by blowing air through the mouthpiece and vibrating the reed, which is this right here. In a band, it's really fun to play the clarinet because you get to play a lot of melodies as well as higher harmonies that just sort of bring everything together. I love the clarinet because you can get so many different sounds out of it. There's a lot of opportunities to play low but also high, and they have very different sorts of tones. So yeah.
Hi, I'm Mark Taylor, and I play saxophones and flute, and these are both part of the woodwind family. First of all, the saxophone, it's made of brass, and they're lacquered with different things. Some are silver, some are gold, and this one is kind of half lacquered. It's an older instrument, but you blow through the mouthpiece. It's got a wooden reed that vibrates and makes the sound when you put the air through the instrument. And this is my first instrument and the one I love the most, and I love playing in jazz band. It's got some great sounds. You can play melodies in leading a section and play solos, and it has kind of a funky sound. So there's a lot of different tone colors you can get out of this, and there's tenor saxophone, soprano saxophone, and baritone saxophone as well. And this is an alto. Now over here, this is a flute, and a lot of times saxophone is double on flute, but you can make this your main instrument as well. I love this instrument because it's beautiful in an orchestra and a concert band, and it gives a different personality from playing a saxophone. So when I get to play it in a jazz band, it's just a totally different color. And I'll show you that in a second. They're made of all kinds of materials. This one is silver. A lot of times they're nickel or wood. And what you do is you blow over this hole, a little bit like blowing over a pop bottle. You put your lips on it, you blow across, and you get there's just all sorts of different high-pitched colors you can make, and it's a beautiful instrument, and I love playing them both, and I hope you will too.
Improvisation is an important part of jazz music. Sometimes we improvise a solo, other times we improvise an entire song, just like we're going to do now. This JazzED jam has never been played before, meaning we're going to create it for you right now. It will never be played like this again.
My name is Emily and I play the guitar. The guitar is mostly made of wood. It has metal strings, other metal parts, and this electric guitar has some electronics so that you can play it through an amplifier. You don't need to be plugged into an amplifier to hear the guitar. You do need to be plugged in to play electric guitar with a band. They also make acoustic guitars that make plenty of sound without being plugged in at all. The role of the guitar in a jazz band is primarily the rhythm section, so you'll be playing chords. and you might do some solos and some riffs here and there. What I love about playing jazz in bands is it's a lot of teamwork. You have to be in sync with the people that you're playing with. You get to know them really well. You get to read their cues, and they become really good friends. So that's a lot of what I love about playing guitar. One of my favorite things to play is I love playing chords and riffs with this whammy bar here, and that changes the pitch and makes it go up and down a lot like this.
Hi, everybody. My name is Benjamin Hunter. I'm a violinist. I play a bunch of instruments, but this is my main instrument right here. I've been playing it since I was 5 years old. And I love this instrument because there is a type of bowed instrument all over the world. And so I decided to make this my life work because I thought it was an opportunity to speak languages from all over the world. It's made from wood and metal. The strings are metal, although back in the day they were made out of gut strings. And so they would take like sheep guts and they would wind them really tight and then they'd string them on this instrument, and that's how they had the strings. And it was like a lot lower and a little bit more resonant, and it sounded, I think, a little bit better, but that's just me. My role in the band is like melodic support. You know, so I play melodies, I play little riffs, I play in those little spaces, you know, where you hear that bass thumping and that piano comping and doing that stuff, and then you hear like, and that's kind of my job. Back in the day, though, when jazz was first getting going, the trumpet or the clarinet, they weren't the lead instruments. It was the violin. It was the violin that was the like lead of the band, and then everything got louder and louder and louder, and this kind of got drowned out. Let's see. Let me play you a little riff, and you guys can hear kind of what this thing can do. It's kind of neat, huh? It's the best instrument in the world. Pick it, choose it, play it, love it, be it.
We all have our own voice when we play music together. The notes we choose to play can change based on our feelings, our surroundings, and who we're playing music with. Isn't that awesome?
Goodbye, my new friends. I'll see you next time. Goodbye, my new jazz friends. I'll see you down the line. Goodbye, Darius. Goodbye, Emily. Goodbye, Ben. Goodbye, Haley. Goodbye, Al. Goodbye, Jerome. Goodbye, John B. Goodbye, Mark. Goodbye, Davey. Goodbye, Kelly. Goodbye, Simon. Goodbye, David. Goodbye, Floyd. Can y'all say goodbye, Marina?
Bye, Marina.